Hey, brothers and sisters, what's up? I'm here for the part two. Thank y'all for your
Yo,
patience.
yo, 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 yo.
Already finished all my work, so all my people. And as promised, I want to just go ahead and finish my review on Dave Chappelle's Sticks and Stones show on Netflix. So I'm not going to be here long, maybe like 20 minutes, 25 max. That's all I have is the end of notes. So when you come on, just, as always, say hello, share the video, let me know you watching. What's going on, Paul? Just say, that you're here so we can go ahead and get going. What's up, Tasha? Hey, Detosha. How you doing? So as I was saying in part one, I was talking about the Me Too movement and how he talked about the anti-abortion, but yet he spinned it so brilliantly when he talked about how he's not against abortion. Am I frozen? Am I frozen? Oh, sucker now. You see how Facebook is playing, right? How he has stated that he's not against abortion. He's not for abortion. It depends on who he has children with. Now, we already know that David Chappelle is married, right? We know he's married. He's with his wife. He got her posted up, and his sons. That's clearly that he's there. So why is he saying that? Why is he saying it depends on who you get pregnant? Why is he making these jokes? Who is he really speaking to? And so that's was something that I started to step back. And even though I was laughing, I'm listening to him. I'm saying, okay, who's he speaking to? Who's the message really for? So that's what I got out of a lot of his show is that he has a lot of subliminals in there, even though it's masked by comedy and it's taboo issues that all of us can relate to and laugh at. Well, all of us maybe not laughing at it, but I definitely was laughing at like 95% of the stuff. So with that being said, it also is something else going on here that he has like this subtle message for us. I believe it was for us, his brothers and sisters, that he want us to really pay attention to what's going on. So after he talks about the anti-abortion law, he went into the mass shootings when he's talking about all the mass shootings that is happening. But he said something that many of us, black people, so-called black people, right? Many of us, what we know. What he said was, here's the funny thing. He said, African Americans can save America. That is something that we always say. And even though he made it as a joke, he tied it into the mass shooting, saying, if you want to save America, we just have to buy legal firearms. If we buy legal guns, America would change the gun laws. If the average black home has a gun in there, a legal registered gun in a home, those laws would change quickly. Even though he was making a joke out of it, I'm laughing because I believe in the same thing, right? But I also believe in carry. I also believe in getting the gun permit. I also believe in shooting. Y'all already know. Some of y'all got offended when I posted my video with me and my son at the shooting range. Some people had some stuff to say, but I don't care. We know how to shoot. That's your business if you want that kumbaya. I don't like guns. I do. So I love the fact that he started even talking about the gun issue because I felt like it was a message to so many of us. Where he had said that he was at his house in the video. He said he was at his house on his porch and a white dude come walking across the porch. And I think that's the only time he mentioned white, if I'm not mistaken, in his comedy. I gotta go back and watch it for a fourth time. I believe that's the only time he mentioned race. But he said a white dude walked across his property with a shotgun. And he said he felt so awkward and so unsafe. The only thing he could do is wave. And as soon as the white man left his property, he went straight to Kmart and said, I need a gun. And the guy started teaching him about guns, gave him a shotgun, asked him, you need anything else? He said the bullets, he had the ducks on it for the buckshots and all this stuff. He's giving you he's dropping so many jewels. So many jewels. And even though it's done in a joking fashion, it's done as comedy. But what he's saying to you with all these mass shootings going on, the people who are disarmed are black people. The people who are not really prepared to protect themselves, for the most part, are black people. These jokers can come right up on your property and fire right into you. And we are the ones, for the most part, and I'm not saying all, because I know I got a lot of gun lovers on here. I got a lot. See, I see people right now. I like guns and I enjoy shooting. You know I do, Mom. You know I do, Mom. You know, shit. I haven't bring my son. I don't really like this. You're going to like this shit today. Shoot. Shoot. I don't care what anybody got to say. And he's absolutely correct. We talk a lot of smack, but are we really prepared? He's basically saying these jokers are getting prepared. He's saying what all of us know. See, he who controls the media controls the narrative. So they're never going to tell you in a narrative that is cells being activated, that is white terrorism. They're not going to say that in the media. But if you couldn't pick up that message, if you could not pick up that message, I don't know what to tell you. See, I know we like to be entertained, right? And I'm being funny when I say that, but it's a lot of truth in it, right? You know, we like to be entertained. We like laughter. We like dancing, partying. That's how they look at us. But no, this is not a time to be entertained. We got to look at everything with a third eye. We got to really listen with the fifth ear. You know, we got to really put everything on. We got to magnify and intensify everything, because it was a message in that. And even when he said only African Americans could save America, that has always been the history. Even with the voting situation, why do you think they cater? And I said this in plenty of my videos. They cater a lot of the discussion, a lot of the narrative and the conversation is around African American women. Because they're always looking to us to save them. And that is the message that David Chappelle was saying. Everyone's laughing. Ha, 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 ha. No, baby, it wasn't a joke. You just found it funny. Listen to the discussion right now. Why nobody talk about the Asian vote? Why nobody talk about the Indian vote? Why no one talk about the so-called brown vote? Why is every damn article, every damn news broadcast, all that stuff is always centered on the black vote? Why they don't go into Spanish communities and have rice and beans cookouts? Why they want to have fish fry among us? Always showing them eating their baked macaroni and cheese and their soul food. Why you don't see them with chopsticks eating lo mein, getting the Asian people to vote? They're always listening to African Americans to save America. And we got to stop doing it. We absolutely got to stop doing it. And I love that he's saying that, because even though he's being funny, he's letting you know right now, yo, we at war. We at war. And of course, the liberals with their fake ass smiles, that y'all gonna go out and vote for them. I get what I understand. I ain't gonna tell y'all what to do, what not to do. And I'm like David Chappelle. They freezing my video again. Am I frozen? Y'all gotta let me know. I'm frozen again. You know I wasn't freezing before. But I'm gonna say it like this. When I was listening to David Chappelle and this situation with black people always saving white America, I said he ain't lying. They sure know how to market to us, and we always like that whole situation. But we got to vote. We want to make a change. We got to vote. Not once did he mention voting. Somebody in the audience brought up, what you going to do if Trump get reelected? And he said, probably get a tax cut. Right? Because he ain't worried about that. And he even said it. He said, look, I ain't worried about Trump. Trump is one person. I'm representing the millions of people. I'm worried about the millions of people that Trump represents. Not Trump. Y'all worried about one person. How many times have y'all heard me say this? I've said this numerous times in my video. Everybody, you go to a lot of black pages, especially the boomers. Oh, we got to get them out. We got to pull together. Now it's not the time not to vote. Y'all stupid if you're not going to vote. If you don't vote, that means you want him to win. You worried about that? Should I remind you they was killing our asses way before Trump got into office? And don't tell me, oh no, now it's magnified. So you're going to tell me Tamir Rice wasn't magnified? You're going to tell me Trayvon Martin wasn't magnified? Should I keep going on and on with all the people? I mean, we don't have to keep doing this constantly, every conversation. Guns, 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 guns. And the only people that's disarmed are us. I ain't worrying about Trump. I ain't worrying about Trump. There's so many other issues to worry about. And he made that very, very, very clear. Very clear. I don't know if people got it. And you know what I like the way he brought about the firearms? Because he automatically transitioned into poor white people. And the poor white people privilege. Because that's what this is really about. That's what this is really, really about. So you got to understand. You got to understand. When he brought up the poor white people, he started on with the heroin or the opiate situation. How he said it's out of control, right? And we all know it. And in the 80s, crack was out of control. But we were criminalized. We were demonized. We were ignored. We were left to die. Now, all of a sudden, America got to save all the people addicted to opioids. And it's not us. For the most part, it's not us. Because remember, white people think that we don't experience pain like black people. This is not me making it up. Some people may not like the way I say it, but that's on you. That got nothing to do with me. I'm telling you straight facts. All this faulty research out there saying that we don't feel pain like that. So when it comes to going to the doctor for pain medication, we're not prescribed those pain medications at the same rate that white people are prescribed those medications. And he brought it up. He's making fun of it. But at the same time, he recognizes y'all didn't care nothing about us when we was addicted to crack. Y'all let our family strategically get ripped apart. And he mentioned that. Even though he said it through a joke, but he mentioned it. Our families got ripped apart. This brother is woke. Woke. The message is clear. The message is very clear. And he's pushing back. But what is he really trying to say to us? Now, my theory is, it goes back to being on code. It goes back to what we have gotten so far away from. Right? Love, black love for each other. We got to get in that same car. Like he talked about the LGBTQ. We got to get in the same car. All this division. Yeah, we can hash out our differences inside of the car. But we got to have one destination. We got to know where the hell we're moving to. We ain't all got to agree. We can go ahead and argue ADOS, Pan-Africanism. We can go ahead and argue that in the same car while we're moving forward. But now we want to argue outside of the car. The car is in park. Ain't going nowhere. We want to argue outside of the car. We got to get in that car and keep it moving. We got to get in the car and keep it moving. Because when he talked about poor white people think that they're privileged. When he said that, I was like, I got the message. I got the message loud and clear. Now, everybody know, I hope everybody know at least one poor white person that think that they better than everybody else. I know several of them, right? I know several of them. I'll be looking at them like, you are dumb as a dumb doorknob. And how you making more money than a person who's black, has more education, more skill, more talent, and you supervising them. Now, I don't know about you guys. Maybe I don't think about stuff like that, but I do. I think about stuff like that. And so what he's basically saying is, even poor white people are still held higher by white society over us. over us. They don't care nothing about us. It's poor white people for the most part, cracked out and dying on this opioid. There was poor black people dying from crack. Ain't nobody did nothing to help us. But now all of a sudden, we gotta help them. And everybody should care. All these laws and policy changes in place, everybody got, what's that called? Narcon? What's the name of that drug? So they overdose and you hit them with it and it's supposed to wake them up, get them out the overdose. Who came up with something for a crackhead? But what we doing? What are we doing? I love the fact that he went on to what he said. What did he call his name? It wasn't Jussie Smollett. What did he say? Oh my God. I forgot the name he called him. He was like, Jesse, what he said, Juicy Smollett, right? That's what he was calling him. And he started talking about that situation and how he said how the LGBTQ community tried to divide us, point us out and say, why aren't we coming to his rescue? See, they see what they want to know us, but they don't know us. And that's what's crazy about the whole situation. And like he said in the comedy, none of us was saying anything because we knew that shit didn't add up. We knew something was off and was not right with that situation. But instead of them waiting and listening, they put it out on us. Why aren't we saying anything? Why aren't we coming to the rescue for him? I love the fact that he talked about that. But most importantly, what I see that he has done when he brought up, what's his name? Jussie Smollett or whatever he's called him. What he has done, he brought to the issue that many of us, this is my opinion, many of us, when we are in the LGBTQ community, we really do think that that includes us. Right? We really do because I'm same sex, that I'm protected by this too. Yeah, you're gonna have the trickle down. You're gonna have the trickle down. We all get the trickle down. We all get the scraps. You're gonna have that. But at the end of the day, where is the LGBTQ community caping for issues that Black LGBTQ people go through? Where are they outright caping for that? They're not. But then they get mad of those who may not support the LGBTQ community who are Black. Well, why aren't you out there saying anything? Well, why aren't you out there saying anything? If this is not supposed to be a race thing, if this is supposed to just be LGBTQ, where are you to protect our sisters and brothers who are going through discrimination too? Where are you? See, America always likes to hide behind that there is no race problem. America loves that narrative. We're moving beyond that. We're progressive. We're moving forward. But anytime shit hits the fan and things get really real, where do you see white Americans or any other type of so-called American caping for African Americans? I'll wait. I'll wait for y'all to tell me. I know somebody's going to come out and going to say to me, oh, well, Black Lives Matter, that's racially mixed. But I wonder why. I wonder why. Black Lives Matter is a mass organization. It ain't really about no Black lives. And who's funding that sucker? The LGBTQ community. It ain't the Black ones. It really isn't. White people don't come to do almost anything. They do basically nothing with us. They want us to come into their events, but they won't come into ours. So what I'm saying to you is when he brought up Jussie Smollett, it's the same situation. If he didn't get caught out there, with the lies, maybe it would have been different for him with that population of people. I don't know. But we damn sure wasn't going to say anything because we ain't stupid. We know you was lying. So I love the fact that he brought that up. I love the fact that he put that out there because here it is. We're not addressing these issues that we need to speak about openly. Even like he didn't talk about the women marching and stuff like that, like those women feminist march, and I wish he would have touched on that. I wish he would have had some jokes about that too. Because that's another organization. I call them an organization. That's another organization. White women want you to be in their feminist marches. But when it comes to black women and their issues, where are they? Oh no, sisters, we go through some stuff now. We go through some stuff. The Me Too movement, they get all mad about somebody just looking at them. Oh, he was looking at me sexually. I want him to lose his job. Come on, black women. Come on, black women. We get harassed at a lot of these businesses, especially if you are a black woman in a corporate industry. We get harassed constantly. Who's coming to Cape for us? I remember one time when I used to be an employee. Thank God, thank God, thank God. But when I used to be an employee, I remember one time my one supervisor, I will never forget, I ain't gonna say his name because he in the government. I used to be in the government, right? I ain't gonna say his name. But I remember one time he was like, you know, Shonna, and put his hand on me, you know, Shonna, you really did a good job last night. You worked that case well. I said, can you please remove your hand from me, please? And ever since I said that to him, can you please remove your hand from me? I just have a thing about people touching me. It makes me very uncomfortable. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to offend you. I hope I wasn't offending you. And ever since I told that joker to remove his hand from me, next thing you know, why are you always so angry? You know, Shonna, I know you're going for this promotion. I'm just concerned about how the people might see you. I'm concerned about your interview because some of them believe that you're angry. Some of the senior investigators believe that you're angry. Oh, I'm angry? But there was no feminist people coming to my rescue. If I would have put in a grievance, would they have believed me? Would I have gotten that clout that the Me Too white women have? Would I have gotten that same type of backup? No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So that's why I always say to my sisters and brothers, we're constantly aligning ourselves with the dominant culture and the dominant population. And what do they really do specifically for us? Don't give me trickle down. Don't give me the trickle down stuff. What do they do specifically for us? And that's what I got out of Dave Chappelle's his comedy Sticks and Stones. See, we're not paying attention to this. He's basically saying there is a race divide. It's always going to be a race divide, and we have to learn how to stick together and arm ourselves and be prepared. Be prepared. Be strategic on the way we move. And let me tell you one last thing how I got to that, and then I'm out. Let me tell you another reason why I got to that. In the Q&A portion, if you watch the video all the way to the end, they have a little part of there where he was it looked like it was something older that he had done where he was taking Q&A from the audience. And somebody in the audience had asked him what was his favorite book. Now you got to understand this before I tell you what he said. You got to understand this. We know in video we can edit things out. You can edit things in too, right? We can edit things out. If we didn't want to expose the audience to something, we just cut it, splice it, put some transitions in there, put some wording over it, mute it, put some music, lower the volume. We could do a lot of strategic things when we're editing video. They could have edited out that question where she said, what is your favorite book? That could have been edited out. But they did it. I don't think he would have allowed it to be edited out. What did he say for those who was watching? What did he say was his favorite book? Y'all let me know. I'm going to give y'all some time. See if y'all was paying attention. Or was y'all too busy being entertained, laughing? Because this is important. This is important, especially since the fact that we have the RBG, the red, the black, the green. So y'all taking too long. Okay, I'm going to tell y'all. He said his favorite book is The Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass. The narrative of the life of Frederick Douglass. And if you know the history of Frederick Douglass, and if you know about that book, if you have read that book, that's got to tell you something about this brother's mind. That's got to tell you something about how much he actually loves his people. And he's not stupid. He's woke. So I admire him. I admire him because he used his platform to drop jewels for those who are able to catch it. He used his platform to bring not only light to issues that we face, but to give us a message to get our asses on code. Because he knows how this world operates. And he's protecting himself from it. The fact that he said a book on Frederick Douglass, and he said it unapologetically. There was no joke behind it. There was no laughing. There was no telling the story. He said it outright. The narrative of the life of Frederick Douglass. Outright. I suggest y'all read that book. That's another message. That's another message. Because why didn't they edit it out? Why did they leave it in there? Did you catch it? Did you read the book? Did you study Frederick Douglass? So when you want to think about why David Chappelle moves the way he moves, after knowing that that is his favorite book, it makes a lot of sense to me. Because that's how Frederick Douglass moved. Yeah, he shook hands with a lot of white people. He rubbed shoulders with a lot of white people, but he was not stupid. Frederick Douglass owned a lot of properties, right? He said he was making, at that time, his income was calculated to be over $1 million at that time. You know how much money that joker had? He did what he had to do to set his family up. He did what he had to do to set his family up. Y'all got to read the book. Y'all got to read the book. That is a jewel that the brother just dropped. And when I heard that, I said, you know what? Let me go back and watch it again. And that's exactly what I did. I went back and I watched it again. Because I said, whoa. The first time I saw it and I heard him say that, I said, if that is his favorite book, he's dropping codes. Let me go back and pick up these codes. The narrative of the narrative of the life of Frederick Douglass. That's the name of the book. Read that book. Read that book. Read that book and then go back and watch the comedy again. And even at the end, and I'm saying this and I'm out. Even at the very end, when they showed his logo with the C, and he said the red, the black, the green. Oh my God. Unapologetic. We know when we throw up the red, the black, the green, what we're saying. We know what we're saying. That's more than just black power. There's significance tied into that. So we know when we throw up that flag, we know what that means. Who's the one who said that it was going to be the flag? Y'all gotta get over here. I gotta go. Who's the one who said that was going to be the flag? Who made that an official flag? Oh my gosh, the Honorable Marcus Garvey. The Honorable Marcus Garvey. This brother is woke. This brother is woke. And if you don't know your history, you miss all the jewels that he was dropping. We got to stop being entertained. And historically, I'm saying this and I promise I'm out. Historically, when it comes to our people, historically, we're looking at us, a history of those of us who are foundational Black Americans. If you look at our history in the context of enslavement, we had to communicate with each other through songs, right? We had to find other ways of communicating messages with each other. Even if we telling a joke, we knew that there was a message in the joke. White people laughing, oh, they can sing good, I like that. But we knew We knew that we was communicating. We knew it was something different. Just like when I learned about the history of the language that they speak in the ABC Islands, Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao, when they speak Papiamento, and how was that developed? It was developed to throw the damn slave masters off. It was now it's an official language, but when it first was developed, it was a language that we made up to throw these jokers off. And that's what he's doing. With a key, sissy. Absolutely. Absolutely, Kerman. With a key, sissy. Oh, I hope your court ordered that. When he said red, the black, the green, with the key, sissy. I hope your court ordered that. Look, this brother ain't no joke. This brother's no joke. Go back, watch it again. Watch it again. Pick up the message. Go get your gun license. Go get yourself a gun. Stop joining these stupid movements. Leave the movements alone. Stop running to the poll to vote for people that's going to put you in your own demise anyway, right? These are all the messages I got from you, right? Be smart about how you own your stuff, own your music, right? Like Prince and Michael Jackson. Be smart about that, because once you got it, they're going to kill you. They don't want you to have ownership, right? Be smart about the political correctness culture, because it exists and they gunning for you. I don't care if you said something 45 years ago. They coming for you. There's certain things I will not say. Well, Dr. Shonna, what do you think about it? I ain't got no opinion. I ain't got no opinion. Meanwhile, my head got a whole bunch of thoughts. I ain't got no opinion. Because this ain't my chessboard. This is their chessboard. Like my mother said, you better learn how to move like the white man moves. This is his game. I ain't got no opinion. And at the same time, last but not least, we got to check ourselves, because there's things that we're doing that we're harming ourselves and harming each other. And he pointed that out very nicely. Go back and watch it again. Go back and watch it again. I love every last one of you guys. Share the video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love it. I love it. There is a movement that's happening. This is the new civil rights movement, and we ain't taking no prisoners. We ain't taking no prisoners. He ain't have to say Malcolm X. He ain't have to say Malcolm X, right? We know what kind of person Dave Chappelle is. We know what kind of person he is. You know about the red, black, and green. You know about Frederick Douglass. You know about all this. He's talking about, you know what kind of person he is. That's how I look at it. I'm with the brother. That's right, Genevieve. Get that gun license. Get that gun license before they change the law. Because after they see David Chappelle's show, they're going to get them guns. They're going to change the law. Better get it too. All right, Mommy, I love you too. Okay, guys, I'm out. Thank you so much for tuning in. That's all I have to say. If you have not already seen part one, go back and watch part one of this video. Dropped a lot of jewels. He dropped a lot of jewels. There's so many messages in here for us, from my opinion. Now, again, this is all my opinion. People may have saw it otherwise, and that's fine. Like somebody has said to me on my feed, oh, well, how would you feel if white communities was using the N-word? You give too much power to the N-word, brother. You give too much power to the N-word, brother. Because like Dave Chappelle said, I am not a nigga. So I don't give any power to it whatsoever. Peace. Have a blessed one, guys.